Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the next episode of Thrive Talk. And today we're touching on something different, something that I feel close to my heart in a topic called persistence. And you made the decision that you're in this business. It's been 3 months. The excitement is gone. The honeymoon is over. And this is when it gets hard. And this is where persistence comes in. And yes, Gerrit, welcome again. I think this is going to be a real interesting topic to talk about. And it's because we all fall in this trap along the way. And yeah, I mean, that's a big thing to talk about, persistence.
Yes, very appropriate topic. It's always good to be here on the show. First of all, congratulations. We've been persistent we've been recording a couple of episodes already, so I want to congratulate you on your persistence in that regard.
Yeah, congratulations to you too.
Thank you very much. Very interesting topic, and we've seen it, both of us have been in the industry, multi-level marketing or online businesses, doing various different businesses, and there you can see it's almost as if there's it's the same tribe or a group of people. You find them in the one business, 3 months later in another business, 3 months later in another business. It's all as if they are migrating through all the people. And
I think it's because people are perceiving an online business to be the next lotto ticket, the winning lotto ticket, if we can say that, and also the fear of loss. You know, people don't want to lose out, and I fell in the trap 2 years ago where, you know, every single opportunity that came my way I got involved with, and you cannot do that. You cannot create sustainability for yourself by, yes, you can do different things, but you can only focus on one.
Yeah, that's the whole thing of, are you hunting like a sheepdog, which means you're going to eat dust, or are you focused to bring home the bacon?
Yes.
And yeah, you see, it's a topic that is relevant not only for online businesses. I mean, it's a principle of life. People that lack persistence will typically show the results of that in their lives. They will never accomplish big things. That's the one thing. And the other thing as well is, if you're not focused, you will also not get the breakthroughs either. So very, very relevant for what we're doing here as well. It is that whole thing, as you said, people have joined, very, very excited about the new opportunity. They get involved. The hype is there. It's new friends.
And excitement sells.
It does. And that's what's keeping them going. The first couple of days, the first couple of weeks. It's that honeymoon euphoria. So the energy levels are high, but the knowledge and the skills levels are low. But the excitement compromise for that. And then the excitement starts to taper off. Reality hits home. Now you're in for the hard yards. And unless you've acquired the skills that you need in order to make this business or any other business for that matter works, and unless you've acquired the knowledge, you're going to drop out. And you're going to see the next opportunity, you hop on there, and you're going to go through the same hype. Next opportunity, same hype, 2-3 years down the line. That's all what you've been doing, is just been hyping from the one opportunity to the next.
Yes, and along the way, you've actually missed out on the opportunity to create something really good and sustainable, and creating something for your children, you know, and that's what we're all looking for. We're all looking for something that we can build on and create sustainability for ourselves, but not just for ourselves, but for our children as well. And the only way that you can do that is by being persistent and doing the same thing, or the correct thing, let's say the correct thing all of the time. And you know, that's what I love about our industry as well, because it gives us the opportunity to get involved in something and then teach yourself the skills to achieve those goals that you set out originally. And I think one fundamental thing that people are getting wrong is their why.
Yes. Very critical.
Because that's supposed to be your anchor. That's supposed to be the thing that keeps you going every single day, is that anchor, that why. And people don't even know how to identify their why.
Yeah, that's the why is yeah. There's enough meat around that for another topic or another episode just on that. But indeed, your why is your anchor. That is the reason why you got involved in the first place. That is the reason why you remain seeking. If not this opportunity, then the next one. But to come back, the lack of persistence is going to cause you to keep on floating around. You will never get depth. You will never break through. You will never get results unless you persist. And so make up your mind, focus and commit towards the opportunity that you have decided. This is the one, because you've got your why, the reason why you got involved in the first place. And the opportunity you've selected is basically your strategy that you're going to implement in order to get to your outcome objective, the reason why you've joined in the first place.
And you said something really important there is commitment. Because you're not just making commitment towards the opportunity that you've chosen, you're making a commitment towards yourself.
Yes, that's ultimately the most fundamental commitment that you need to make is towards yourself. And yeah, there's one guy told a joke once, which actually shows this when you talk about the why. It was this guy was sitting on his porch, and his dog was sitting next to him. So as the visitor walked past there, this dog was howling. So when he came back 2 hours later, this guy was still rocking in his chair, the dog sitting next to him, howling away. So he stopped and he said, but what's the story with this dog? Why is the dog howling? Don't you feed it? He said, no, that's not the problem. He's sitting on a nail. He said, he's sitting on a nail. Why doesn't he move? He said, the nail is not sharp enough yet. So in other words, he doesn't have enough motivation to get off. And that is your why. So in other words, if your motivation is not enough, if the nail is not sharp enough yet, you will join opportunity, there's no commitment, you will sit howling for woe is me, I need extra income or whatever, but the nail is not sharp enough, so you're not committed yet, you're not putting in the hard yards. And that's what we need to get to. If you look at a baby, for instance, when he's young, he's crawling around. But all the people around him, you can see the adults are all walking on the hind legs. And while he's crawling around, that is what he aspires to. You see the grown-ups walking on the hind legs, he aspires to that. And that then becomes his commitment. He doesn't feel equipped, he doesn't feel that he's got the skill or the knowledge to walk upright on his hind legs like all the role models around him, and yet that becomes his frame of reference. So he looks at them and he sees that, okay, that's what we're doing, that's how we do it, and then he commits. He also want to walk like that. So then he develop his strength, he develop his skill. He will crawl around, and he will eventually maybe get up, leaning against the furniture or what. He will fall again, fall, bump his head. It's a traumatic experience. But you know what? Babies do not give up.
Yes.
They are persistent. They have made up their minds that they are also going to walk on the hind legs.
Commitment has been made.
The commitment has been made, so the role model has inspired them, and not walking upright is not an option. Doesn't even cross their minds. But it doesn't come naturally. The fact that you have been born a human being doesn't mean by default, like antelope, you will be able to walk.
Yeah.
There's a process. There's some pain you need to work through. And you know what? It is the thing that you've mentioned earlier on as well, when you hit roadblocks. And the function and the purpose of roadblocks is to keep those out from the end objective, those that doesn't deserve to get there.
Yeah.
It's to keep them out. So in other words, if you are convinced that you are one of those that needs to get the results that this opportunity is offering, then you need to put in the hard yards. You need to make up your mind, why are you doing it? You need to make up your mind that, listen, I'm going to stick it out, put in the hard yards, and then you must, like a baby, you must look up to the role models, to see the guys that are successful, the guys that have gone before you, and the baby has made up his mind. That's what he's going to accomplish. And he's going through the process, developing the skill, developing the knowledge, finding his balance, and then after having fallen down so many times, bump his head, cried, patched up everything, there's that one moment where he's walking. For the first time, he's giving his first couple of steps.
Yeah.
And it's all over Facebook.
Yes.
Everybody knows about it. But that is his major accomplishment. So, and the same for you. I mean, when you start this business or any other business, traditional business, online, doesn't matter. The principles are the same. You're going to join the opportunity. The excitement is there. Big hype, big hoo-ha. But then when the energy is not going to sustain yourself anymore, you need to back it up with knowledge and with skills, and those things you need to develop. You need to work on those things.
Your anchor.
Yeah, and your why will remain your anchor.
Yes.
To keep you motivated. And that's why our training sessions will also come in to cover those things. I mean, we're not going to be discussing them in here, but there are definitely skills that you need to acquire. There are knowledge about the company, the product, the compensation plan you need to acquire. And without those things, you've got no hope. You've got no hope to get success in any business.
Absolutely. So just to summarize, how do we create this persistence?
In order to create that persistence, obviously you need to first figure out your why and put it up somewhere where you can be confronted with it on a regular basis. On the mirror there in the morning where you brush your teeth, wherever, on the fridge, wherever. Put the why there. Because that will keep you motivated, that will keep you driven. And that's the anchor where you basically base your whole effort on that. And on top of that, then identify role models in that particular business, in that industry that you're involved in. And follow those role models because they've gone before you, they've gone through the pains. It's like the baby looking up to an adult.
Yes.
In order to keep them motivated, to give them that conviction that, listen, this is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going through a hard time. Yeah, I'm bumping my head. Yeah, I'm keep on falling down. But you know what? They are my role models, and they are the proof that it is possible.
Yes.
To do that. And then you need to go and figure out how it's done. And in that you will need to figure out your routine, because success is a discipline. Success comes as a result of a disciplined life and implementation of the things that eventually will produce the results.
Yes.
So you need to figure out those routines. What are your daily money-making activities?
Yeah.
Figure those things out, because if you don't do those, you do all the nice things around that, but you avoid those, results will avoid you.
Yes.
So,
absolutely.
So you need to figure those ones out, and then a very good hint is to find yourself somebody which we call an external accountability partner.
Yes.
So in other words, appoint somebody towards whom you will report about your progress, about your discipline for implementing your daily results producing activities.
Yeah.
It is just that whole thing of accountability, external accountability, just does something for you psychologically.
Absolutely.
That I am now accountable towards somebody outside of myself.
Yeah.
And that's got a huge impact on the way that you will be able to sustain yourself.
Yes, definitely. We've spoken about a lot of things here today, and I think it's all relevant, and we'll obviously go into different parts of what we've been discussing, like the why in specific and strategies in specific and so on. But I think the important thing is when you're looking for that why, you need to find something that wants to make you succeed as much as you breathe. You have to have that feeling inside of you that you have to. This is what drives you. This is what you can hold on to. That's so crucial and important, and that's the starting point of everything. So thank you for joining us. That can get out of hand quickly with everything that we discussed, but
Yes.
I think it's important and relevant topic. So thank you, Gerard, for having this conversation again, and we're looking forward to the next episode. And of course, remember after this episode to look at the next success story in Thrive International. So thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Henny Lagua from South Africa. I've joined Thrive because of the opportunity that it gives me to pay it forward. Except for the amount of money that that we could make in Thrive International, it gives me the opportunity to pay it forward. I've already given away 2 ad shares to people that I think that's in need of financial assistance. And part of that, I've already sold a few pink tanzanites and made referral commission on that, and paid it into my Zappo card. And what's the nicest of it all? I've spent some of it and made a video and sent it through to all you guys, so that you can see that this is a true possibility for you to make a lot of money. I thank you for the opportunity, James Francis.